Alright, so before we get started, I want to talk about the OneFootball app, which is my go-to football app for all of my footballing needs. To be very honest, if I have to know about any news about my favorite teams, my favorite leagues, I will go to the OneFootball app. It contains lineups for all of my matches. It also gives me updates about my favorite players, by the way, because all you have to do is just click on the bell icon on top of your favorite players and you will get real-time updates about when they score a goal, when they give an assist, or when they are involved in a team which wins a particular game. So for example, Kai Havertz scores a goal, bam, you get the update about it on your OneFootball app. So what are you waiting for? Just download the OneFootball app from the link in the description below and I'm pretty sure you'll enjoy it. 58 points, lowest points tally for, guaranteed lowest points tally for United in their history. 5 consecutive away league defeats, first time since 1981. 58 goals conceded in the Premier League, most in a single campaign since 78-79. Stats got from Sky Sports, but alarming stats, guys. अगर आप ये सब stats देख रहे हो, you would not be filled with too much confidence at Manchester United, and this is the whole picture. Hi guys, welcome back to Guru Gyan, and this video is not going to be anything about Chelsea. आज मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड के बारे में बात करेंगे गाइस, क्योंकि काफ़ी हॉट टॉपिक बन गया अराउंड व्हाट इज़ हैपनिंग एट मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड. आप बहुत सारे लोग अभी सोच रहे हैं कि यार आफ्टर दैट दिस ह्यूमिलिएटिंग लॉस अगेंस्ट ब्राइटन 4-0, जो आपको मैं बता दूं कि ब्राइटन ने पहली बार 4 गोल मारे हैं सिंगल प्रीमियर लीग गेम में सिंस February 2018, एंड इट इज़ much more humiliating than the loss that United suffered against Watford under Ole, क्योंकि there are a lot of different reasons, because this United right now doesn't look like a United side which is well connected, जो काफ़ी cohesive है और जानती है दूसरे players के faults and positives to understand how they want to play the game. When they come in, and also when they come onto the pitch, there is no dedication, there is no commitment, there is no enthusiasm, there is absolutely nothing. आप जब यूनाइटेड को खेलते हुए देखते हो, so I'm a neutral fan when I'm watching United right now. So when I'm watching Manchester United and I try to envision a football fan, when I try to envision a Manchester United football fan, आपको ऐसा लगता है कि आप इससे बुरा नहीं देख सकते. कोई एक वीक में इफ़ यू सी मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड प्लेइंग, इट्स लाइक इससे बुरा कुछ नहीं हो सकता. उसके नेक्स्ट वीक आपको लगता है इससे बुरा कुछ नहीं हो सकता. तो उसके बाद आपको लगता है कि चलो वो एक बढ़िया सा फेज़ आ गया जिसमें मतलब 99 वाले वाइब्स आ गए, फिर वापस आप आ जाते हो कि नहीं इससे बुरा नहीं हो सकता. तो ये वाला जो है दिस ट्रेंड हैज़ बिन हैपनिंग for Manchester United since Rangnick's appointment, and even for a brief amount of time when Ole was just about to leave Manchester United, उस टाइम पे भी. पर मैं इस बात पर आना चाहूँगा. पहले मैं इस बात को रेस करना चाहूँगा कि क्या आपको लग रहा है कि all of this is Rangnick's fault? I don't think all of this is Rangnick's fault. Yes, आप जाते हैं प्रेसर्स में एंड मोस्टली आप प्लेयर्स को ही कॉल आउट करते हैं, एंड दिस इज समथिंग दैट फैंस आर कनेक्टिंग टू. Many fans are connecting to the fact that finally he's calling out players and it's time to get rid of the deadwood and all of that. This is something that is going great. But on the other hand, एक उसका negative है कि the players in the dressing room are feeling very unhappy about it, and उनका they are getting more and more disconnected with Rangnick's approach, with Rangnick's philosophy, because if as a professional you are berating that particular employee in front of, let's say, clients and in front of different other people, in front of second parties, then obviously that professional would feel that ye kya kar raha hai. So this is something that would happen. But I wanted to question one thing. Before Rangnick got appointed, as Rangnick is a very peripheral figure at Manchester United, I doubt he had a say over the Erik ten Hag appointment. He definitely didn't have a say over Matt Judge's resignation as the chief of football negotiations, transfer negotiations. As Rangnick is such a peripheral figure, आपने जब ओले को फायर किया, when Ole had to resign, or probably whatever happened, when Ole was let go, let's just use the word let go from that particular position of Manchester United के head coach का, what was the plan after that? Did you have a vision after that, or did you just pander to the different tweets or to the different comments regarding कि भाई हमको एक manager चाहिए जिसका tactical knowledge बहुत गदर रहेगा? Did you just pander to that? Did you just blindly listen to that and then appoint a manager who hasn't had great success, great short-term success, and he is a manager who probably looks at players as players as jigsaw pieces, who can slowly एक puzzle को fill कर सकते हैं, ठीक है? और who looks at players as clay, ठीक है, जिसको आप मोल्ड करने के लिए आपको थोड़ा टाइम लगता है टू इनटू अ प्रॉपर शेप, ठीक है, आपको टाइम लगता है. दैट इज रैग्निक. तो व्हाट वर यू थिंकिंग इन दैट एस्पेक्ट? इन माई ओपिनियन राइट नाउ व्हाट आई एम थिंकिंग इज, अगर आपने ओले को थोड़ा सा टाइम दिया होता उस टाइम पे, आपने ओले को बोला होता कि लिसन, ओके फाइन, विल पब्लिकली बैक यू, आप तुम 3 साल तो ऑलरेडी हमारे लिए काम कर चुके हो, हमने ऑलरेडी तुम्हारा कॉन्ट्रैक्ट डबल डाउन कर दिया है उस टाइम पे, ठीक है, तुम काम करते रहो, हम तुमको बैक करते रहेंगे, तुम काम करते रहो, ठीक है, पर बैकग्राउंड में वील स्टिल कीप सर्चिंग फॉर अ मैनेजर. नाउ ओले इज अ लॉयल सर्वेंट ऑफ द क्लब, ही इज प्लेड फॉर द क्लब एज वेल, ही इज अ क्लब लेजेंड टू बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट, ठीक है. व्हाई वुड ही से नो टू दिस? आप जब ओले के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं, हम जब ओले के बारे में बात करें, ही वुड हैव डन इट फॉर द बैच, ही वुड हैव प्रॉब्ली taken all the public hits and could have done it for the badge. What would have happened, worst case scenario, is the current run that Ralf Rangnick is enduring. But the positive of that would have been कि the 3 coaches that left immediately after Rangnick came into the picture, they would not have left. आप जब माइकल कैरिक की बात कर रहे हो, आप कीरन मकैना की बात कर, मार्टिन पर्ट की बात करो, क्या वो कोचेज लीव करते? क्योंकि आफ्टर दीज कोचेज लेफ्ट, द कोचेज दैट केम इनटू द पिक्चर, दे हैवंट बीन एबल टू फॉर्ज अ गुड रिलेशनशिप और टू फॉर्ज अ गुड वर्किंग रिलेशनशिप विद द प्लेयर्स दैट आर देयर एट द क्लब. तो अगर ये चीज़ें नहीं हो रही हैं तो शायद ये परफॉर्मेंस पे भी इम्पैक्ट कर रहा है, वो चीज़ ना होती, ठीक है, वो चीज़ ना होती. दूसरी चीज़ जो है, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer would have got the chance to probably make some really bold decisions to have leverage over his players. अगर बोल्ड उसको थोड़ा पब्लिकली बैक करती, जो मैंने अभी बात किया था इस वीडियो में, थोड़ा और पब्लिकली बैक करती, he would have leverage over his players to continue to bend some star players and to try to actually give a lot of academy talents to give a lot of academy talents consistent minutes for United, which would have hinted at a future that ये rebuild हो रहा है, ये project अभी rebuild हो रहा है. No, please don't mistake me by saying that I'm saying कि Cristiano Ronaldo को आप continuously आप bench करते रहे. No, I'm not just talking about Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo has done an amazing job by with his record tally, not exactly record tally, with his tally of around scoring around 12 games this season, which is huge. But what I'm trying to say is probably bench Bruno Fernandes, ठीक है, probably bench let's say a Harry Maguire for a long period of the season, something along those lines. He could have done it. He could have done it when he's seeing that these guys are not exactly performing well abhi. Right now, as I said, this is not exactly rebuilding you can't exactly call this a project rebuild, because you actually rebuild a project when there is a project, when there is a certain promise to that particular project. Right now, you can't say there is a certain promise to this particular club. You can't say that there is a certain promise in positions at this particular club. For God's sake, ये club जो है, this is the most expensive club in terms of wage bill. Salah's wage is the same as Rashford's. Cavani is on 3 million a year more than Salah, and Sancho is on 8 million more than him. आप ये सब stats को आप देख रहे हो and you are envisioning कि भाई मतलब crazy हो गई भाई ये चीज़. तो this is, and if you have these kind of professionals working for you at this wage, the most that an employer can ask for is good, or at least close to good results, or at least close to good performances. Unfortunately, none of these people are even close to being average. आप जब गोल्स भी देखोगे मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड के, सॉरी गोल्स भी देखोगे ब्राइटन के, 2 or 3 of them were very elementary mistakes. आप देख रहे हो मार्क कुकरेला is absolutely unmarked when for his first goal, when Trossard starts to, nobody tracks Cucurella. Trossard passes to him, nobody tracks Cucurella, and Cucurella is an easy place to finish it in the near post, to blast it into the top corner. आप ये सब चीज़ें बहुत recurring हो जाती है मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड के लिए. बट आप जब अभी एक आर्ग्यूमेंट पुट फॉरवर्ड करोगे कि आफ्टर द वॉटफोर्ड गेम यूनाइटेड फॉर एवरेजिंग 1.41 पॉइंट्स पर गेम, एंड अंडर रैल्फ रैगनिक दे आर स्टिल एवरेजिंग 1.61 पॉइंट्स पर गेम. जब ओले के साथ बहुत इसे 1.41 पॉइंट्स पर गेम वाला जो शुरुआत हुई थी, उस टाइम पे आप बोले थे कि नहीं, नया मैनेजर आ जाएगा, दिस मैनेजर इज आउट ऑफ डेप्थ, ओले गुनार सोल्शजायर, ये सब चीज़ें जब कुछ मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड फैन बेस के बीच में बात आ रही थी, तो you would have been forgiven for saying that. You would have been forgiven for actually thinking that Ralf Rangnick is going to bring a new era into the picture because of whatever he's done with Leipzig. That's great. But you can't be forgiven for probably thinking that now Erik Ten Hag will change the club outset. As I said, Erik Ten Hag, even though it's a long-term project, Erik Ten Hag has a lot of work to do. There are around 5 senior players who will be out of contract pretty soon. There will be a lot of deadwood being thrown out. But now, as I said, they have hit rock bottom. Manchester United have hit rock bottom in terms of the expectations that were set for them. I'm a neutral fan. I think that Manchester United is a part of the top 4 group in the English Premier League. They are not. Many fans are thinking that यार थोड़ा सा पहले कॉन्फ्रेंस लीग का स्पॉट आ जाए एटलीस्ट अब तक, ठीक है. दे आर थिंकिंग इन दैट जोन राइट नाउ फॉर मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड, विच इज़ नॉट वेयर आई थिंक 7 या 8 साल पहले यू वुड बी थिंकिंग मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड वुड बी, ठीक है, इन टर्म्स ऑफ इन टर्म्स ऑफ फुटबॉलिंग साइकोलॉजी. अभी आपको मैं ये चीज़ बहुत अमेजिंग चीज़ बोलूँगा कि राइट नाउ दे विल फिनिश एटलीस्ट 20 पॉइंट्स बिहाइंड द 81 पॉइंट स्टैंडर्ड दैट जोसे मोरिन्यो सेट इन 2017-18. This is not just due to Ole's slow start, this is massively due to Ralf Rangnick as well. Or this is massively due to Ralf Rangnick's tenure at Manchester United. I'm not exactly talking about Ralf Rangnick, Ralf Rangnick's tenure at Manchester United as well. आप Mourinho को गालियाँ दे रहे थे कि how Mourinho handled that particular side, and Mourinho ने कैसे performances दिए and all of that, which is true. I'm not denying it. It was absolutely dull to see United at that particular point of time, but if you compare that to now, मतलब the scales are very much higher in favor of Mourinho currently. And आपको ये भी चीज़ देखनी चाहिए कि it has reached a point where United के players don't have a connection with the manager. In turn, the side or the manager doesn't have a connection with the fans, and the top hierarchy doesn't have a connection with anyone. So it's an absolutely disconnected brand as a whole. It's an absolutely disconnected club as a whole. And that is why when I was talking about rebuilding, Erik Ten Hag is not exactly tasked with rebuilding a club. He's not exactly tasked with rebuilding a club or rebuilding a project. He's tasked with rebuilding a brand right now. Because it is very evident that whenever you go on social media, there's a lot of negativity around Manchester United. मैंने जो points बोले, there is a lot of repetition around Manchester United because ये points पहले भी बोले गए हैं, but I just thought that I should bring it all down because on my screen, when I'm looking at my screen, I have a lot of stats to actually refer to as well. तो आप the fact that Ten Hag को एक long term project मिला है counts in United's favor, but अगर August September में अगर if he doesn't really show some good signs of in terms of on pitch performances, in terms of how United is playing, in terms of the system that United, in terms of certain promises of the system that United is playing at, I think we would see the same devil again. I think the Red Devils will have to endure the same devil or the same disappointing devil again, and this is something that's going to happen. So I think this is just hard. This is the harsh reality, and I don't think so any neutral football fan would also want to see this harsh footballing reality. Erik Ten Hag has a huge job in his hands, and I really don't think that Manchester United fans should expect short-term success for him, because I don't think it would come. If it comes, great. I don't think it would come. There are a lot of seething problems within the club. Glazers, when Glazers have actually assembled a very random team, ठीक है, in these सब managers आके अपने अपने players लेके आ गए club के अंदर, and now it's just like a hocus pocus kind of a team. And if Ralph Rangnick has to be tasked with managing such a team where, you know, 3 coaches, as I said, 3 नाम मैंने coaches के लिए, कुछ person, there's Matt Judge also, as I said, who's resigned. So ये सब चीज़ें जो हैं, मतलब जो काफ़ी टाइम से सेट थी, and he is being tasked to manage a club जो पहले randomly assembled players and staff who are leaving, ठीक है, and there is staff which is leaving, and there is also media pressure on him to deliver in 6 months. ये अगर आप अच्छे से बैलेंस करोगे, that is crazy, like that is absolutely maddening to balance out. And also the fact that, you know, they have paid these exorbitant amount of wages, so definitely media pressure तो होगा कि at least average kind of performances तो लेके आए ये midfield में. Rashford तो यार मतलब he's not even been selected in the team, he's not even in the first team setup. तो आप तो मतलब रैशफोर्ड का, जैसे मैंने बोला, आई करेक्टेड लेटर, रैशफोर्ड का सेम वेज है साला के साथ. एंड ये सब चीज़ें जो हैं, मतलब इट्स माइंड बॉगलिंग हाउ दीज आर हैपनिंग, हाउ दीज थिंग्स आर हैपनिंग. इट्स माइंड बॉगलिंग as to see Manchester United play football nowadays, and just to actually see Manchester United go into the depths of where they are right now. Guys, बहुत बड़ा वीडियो हो गया, but this is my एनालिसिस भी बोल सकते हो, रैंड भी बोल सकते हो, बहुत कुछ बोल सकते हो, बिकॉज अ लॉट ऑफ रिसर्च हैज़ बिन डन इनटू दिस पर्टिकुलर एस्पेक्ट ऑफ द वीडियो. अगर आपको सही लगा, प्लीज़ कमेंट करिए या लाइक करिए, या जो भी आपके कमेंट्स अबाउट मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड, प्लीज़ डू लेट मी नो अबाउट देम, एंड आई विल डेफिनेटली गेट टू देम. मे बी अगर मैंने कुछ बुरा बोला है या कुछ अबाउट, मे बी इफ आई हैव डन समथिंग रॉन्ग और सेड समथिंग रॉन्ग ऑन मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड, प्लीज़ फॉरगिव मी, बट दीज आर जस्ट माई ओपिनियंस. अगर फैक्चुअली कुछ रॉन्ग बोले तो आप प्लीज़ कमेंट पे लिख सकते हैं कि भाई मैंने फैक्चुअली क्या रॉन्ग बोला है, एंड आई विल स्टैंड करेक्टेड टू दैट. बट या, दिस हैज़ बिन माई टाइम फॉर यू for this particular video. Thank you for watching, and I'll be back with the next video pretty soon. Thank you.